Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Let's go, baby. Ready. Black 25 behind. 54. Silver. Joker. Joker. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Right here, so we got to step it up. Hey, watch that. 5-0. Mike, 54. Easy. Right there.
Winston from the gun on third down. Open man is countered. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Winston now from the 50. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Green, triple team. Right there.
Winston. It's caught by Mark Evans. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Single receiver. Check three. I hope he runs 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
To the air again with Winston. That's caught by Howard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here in this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Right there.
Second and goal. Winston looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Mike 54.
We own them.
Easy. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Easy. Hey. Oh. Hey, watch that. Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And that is incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay, from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Gay knocks this one through. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Plays take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
That QB's trash. Let's go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 26.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott looking to find a at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
55. Check 55. Mike 5.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
27.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 3, Cowboys 0.
The Bucks with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Anyone happy about 3-point
kicker?
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him with contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed
that. Super toe.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Squeeze, double, double.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Jameis now on 1st down. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 32 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down, coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? White 25. Flip it, flip it, flip it. 54. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Easy. You mine. Right there. 54.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got Evans. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
36. Check 50. Easy.
On 2nd down, Barber. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
The tackle made by Robert Quinn. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. He gets. Wait. Let him go.
On 2nd down, it's Barber, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Ready.
They'll come out in the pistol. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check, Mike. 50. 54.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Right there.
From the gun, Winston. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Robert Quinn able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the slap.
We're going to 54. We go 46. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
Come on, guys. We got this.
Intercepted. The 28-yard line.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You got nothing. Bring it easy. Hey, 54 Mike. Danny. Let's go.
Here's Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. Black 25. Black 5-4. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Final play of the half here. Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
We got double up.
No.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They'll run it with Jones. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Mark 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check, check, check.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play.
Ready?
It's 3rd down and 6.
Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Right there. White. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Elliott. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Undercut. 55, Mike, 55.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and it's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down now, it's Barber. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. He's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And Gay knocks this one through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. And even 50 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of time. 3rd and goal.
Kill. 47.
They'll run for it with Anderson. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it.
Knock down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 75 yards. And the Bucks are going to retake the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Ready. 125. 54. Pick me up. Here we go. Check 99. Check 99. Shoot. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and his defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
To throw, Winston. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he's into the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, let's get there. Mike 38, Mike 38. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A loss of 9 yards.
Talking about.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Right. Here we go. Go right in. 54 miles. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Check three.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to come back to you. Check. Deuce. Let's go.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Home free yet in 10.
Here we go, even. Hey, alert 3.
Barber on 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's apply.